SRT Dad, and today is the day we are finally going to install the new steering wheel that I've been showing you guys the past couple weeks. We're going to head over to Glow Optics, which is owned by Omar. He's going to be installing it for me. So as you guys remember, it's not just a wheel install, we're going to install the paddle shifters as well. We're going to figure that out. And then just for a bonus, we're also going to try to change the angle sensor on these cars, which tend to be the main cause of the famous BAS ESP light that we get. But anyways, I'm heading over to Omar's right now to get this install started, so I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's get on with this video. Let's go!
Going, as you guys can see, Glow Optics, Omar. Founder, sole worker, all that stuff.
Jeez.
Today we're doing the updated steering wheel with the paddle shifters that I personally have never seen on a Nag 1. So I'm excited to see how it all kind of comes together and how it works. I'm sure you guys know by now we're probably going to be doing a ride along to see. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. But like I said, I'm super excited. I've never seen it before, so see how it turns out.
Sweet.
Yeah, unplug the battery first of all. You're dealing with the airbag. You don't want that thing snapping your teeth off, you know. You guys will see a couple videos online on how to do it, on how to take that airbag off. My rule of thumb whenever working with electronics, I always take the positive side off. A lot of people take the ground off, and my thought process is remove the positive, because you're never going to find voltage randomly. You'll find a ground randomly, trust me. I work with electronics, and I have found grounds where I didn't think there, you know, I'd tap it and I'm like, oh, there's not gonna be a ground there, but it found it. Two 10s, and then should just come right up.
I'll probably do a little exploding name when you unplug it.
And then these airbag connectors, there's two of them. There's just side clips. They are color coded, so unless you're colorblind, you can't mess that up. Did you get a custom airbag too or not?
What's up?
Did you get a custom airbag for it too?
I did a long time ago, but it was like a suede one. I didn't really like the look.
Oh, I think it said SRT Dad on it, right?
It just said SRT on it.
Oh, SRT.
Or SRT8. But I wasn't feeling it long term. I liked it though, but
you didn't get one for this one though?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Go back. Go back. Kennel.
You're through here. Get out of my house, Benji. Well, fine.
Kennel's a good dog.
She's not aggressive, but she's super intrusive and knows no boundaries of personal space.
If you're gonna be that way about it, maybe I'll do this. Yeah, look at this. Stop that. Oh, yeah, you don't like this. Stop it.
Okay.
It's a size 10.
Size 10,
Hex.
okay.
Get the longer extension.
So I was telling Omar earlier, he's like Dom Toretto. He's got his Challenger right here just sitting. Hey, 6'1", right?
6'1", cam forged. The only thing stuck in that engine is the crank, but those things are beefy as it comes, so.
This is just a sitting monster here, collecting dust. Look at this.
Unfortunately.
He's got to work on the wife's car first, and then he'll get to that. But that's how life is when you're married. Everything, bro. Like.
So, this is probably the harder part because the car wants to turn. And it's hard to
I just sharted.
grab it from somewhere where it's not gonna turn the steering wheel, you know?
Tried to fart and a little shit came out. I just sharted.
I might have you help.
All right, so I helped him get the bolt off. Took the both of us. So those of you that have been following the channel since like the day oneers, remember when I tried doing it, I had to have a friend with the power tool get it off.
You guys use the power tool to put it back on.
Yes. All right. That's the hardest part, though.
Yeah.
Physically.
So holding the steering wheel one way while trying to turn the tool the other way is.
You gotta be like a spider, man. You gotta have 8 arms. To be
and honestly, they're usually not that hard, so I can like use my leg in one hand and then crank it with the other one, right? But I mean, you guys heard it here as to why I couldn't do that. So, but yeah, that's basically it. After that, we're just gonna transfer all the wiring, the electronics, the paddles, right? Whatever's got to move to the new steering wheel. As you guys can see, it's just a couple screws, couple clip-on connectors, like the cruise control. This harness comes out from the bottom, so these buttons got to come forward and get unplugged. So
Sweet.
yeah.
She goes. Hey, I brought that angle sensor too, bro.
Which one?
The angle sensor that goes up in there.
So if you don't know, the clock spring is what allows your steering wheel to turn multiple times and keep the electronic system, functional in your steering wheel, your blinkers, all that stuff. So you want to be very careful taking it out because it's all wound up very specifically. Oh, I see the sensor. It's down here.
You see it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to change the angle sensor. I bought this part like a year ago.
No, do you want to hear something bad? I have a ignition module for my car.
Yeah.
Because the push start function stopped working.
Oh shit.
Well, it stopped sending the ignition code or whatever to start the engine.
Yeah.
So I'd push the button sometimes and the car would just crank. And then I'd have to pull the freaking button out and then stick the key in there, turn it on, and then turn it back off for it to stop cranking.
Yeah.
But whenever I'd use the key, it worked fine 100% of the time. So took it to the dealership. It's the module, right, that you stick the key in and do all that stuff too. My car's an 09. I got it in 2014. That issue started happening like 2 years later, so 2016.
Yeah.
Never installed it. Still in the cup holder. It's 2024.
Hey, but that's the life of hustling, man.
You're telling me.
Hey, so those of you that follow the channel, you guys remember Omar spots changed a lot since. You got misters, you got lights. It's all covered up well. Cement on the ground, was dirt the last time.
Don't expose me like that.
I'm gonna put clips, man. I'm putting clips. My guy Omar, do the underglow right now. But somebody came and stole. Arizona's lighting expert.
Put my do-rag on.
Put the do-rag on.
This rotates and stuff like that, so it's wound up specifically. So if you overturn it one way and then install it, and then you go to turn your steering wheel all the way to the left, and it's already pre-wound to the left a little bit, it's gonna get tight. The band in there might rip. It's gonna cause issues. So you want to make sure it's always oriented
The way you
exactly
pulled
how it came out. There's an
Yeah.
arrow that matches with that notch.
Okay.
And then the 3 holes that match up. But the real big thing is, see how this turns
Yeah.
separate from the back. So you want to make sure that doesn't turn one way or the other.
Okay.
That's
Let's see
it.
if it's the same. Yeah.
Looks good to me.
Let's see if this is the culprit. We are.
Did you know? Well, I'm sure you did. Holding the ESP button for like 10,
Yeah,
15
10 seconds
it
completely
shuts-
turns it off.
turns it off. Yeah.
Those nice, nasty burnouts, man.
And then-
Then I turned it off, and I was trying to do a 0-6, and I just ended up burning out till 60.
Yeah, my buddy, old friend of mine, he had a 09 Challenger SRT8 but
Yeah.
manual.
Yeah.
When I saw his car was the reason why I wanted to get the exact same thing.
Okay.
I wanted a manual, but ended up finding an automatic.
Yeah.
Stupid price. And stupid low mileage.
Oh, wait, this one?
The black one, yeah.
How many miles did it have when you got it?
27,000.
Oh, shit, how much you get it for?
So at the end of it, I got it for 26.
46?
26.
20? Oh, I said that.
You go. No, it was more than that, but there was something that happened with the guy, and we can go into a whole story time
Yeah,
afterwards. But so you know how, like, if you wanted to buy this car from Larry H. Miller Dodge,
Yeah.
and Larry H. Miller Jeep has it, Dodge can buy it from Jeep for you. So that car was sitting at another person's dealership who I knew, and my buddy who I wanted to buy it from was at the other dealership, so he bought it from that dealership. After that happened, the guy whose dealership had the car originally was talking a bunch of smack, and he was cracking jokes on how the previous owners were 2 gay guys, and you know, I'll let your imagination run with that. And so he was cracking jokes about that, being like, oh, you know, if it's low mileage, so you know they weren't driving it, they were doing something else inside of it. Me and my buddy who bought it, or who I bought it from, I got screenshots of all that, sent it to him.
Yeah.
He sent it to the general manager of that dealership, and basically was like, my customer wants something, and so they sent me a check for like 5,000 or 6,000, basically, like, you know,
Yeah.
off the car.
Yeah. So you got it for like 20 then?
So like, well, it was like 32 or so, and then after it was like 25, 26.
Oh, nice. Nice. Nice.
But yeah, so I was like, you know what? Keep talking, whatever.
Tell me more.
Yeah. give me more history on the vehicle.
Maybe I can get it free.
Yeah, so that's basically what happened. There's a couple more details in there,
But tell me later, man.
yeah, it came with 28, almost 30,000 miles, I think.
That's a sweet deal, man.
The first year, I put 30,000 miles on it because I was excited to have an SRT. It was a Challenger, it was my dream car. So I took it basically everywhere. Cali, New Mexico, Colorado, Texas, all the shows, all the trips, all the meetups. I put that many miles on it, and I don't even remember how many.
Made it straight again.
How many? Exactly. But yeah, that many miles, and I can't even begin to tell you how many sets of rear tires I went through that year. It was a lot. And then I blew the engine, so.
So it's just sitting there.
That's why, well, I blew the engine, cammed it and forged it and did all the mods to it. And so after all that power added, I honestly didn't drive it the same because it was just, it's not that it's too crazy for a daily driver, but it was just kind of like, it was a little much. And it was still enjoyable because, you know, I felt like King Big Dick on the road. But then that's when I ended up getting my Audi, my daily driver. And so now I just need to fix it and bring it back.
Yep, like I said, just like Dom's Charger, always in the garage, scared of it.
Always wrenching the same thing. Same 10, 13 millimeter.
Yeah, this one looks a lot nicer, man.
Yeah, I've always, like I said, I've always been a fan of the flat bottom.
Yeah.
And I don't like the LEDs up here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be getting one of these too for my car. Man, there'd be some shit if I bought the steering wheel before I even fixed it.
It's gonna be sitting right there in the seat.
Right next to my new water.
Right, yeah, right next to.
See something that might be a problem to people.
Yeah.
So with the way that the buttons come in at an angle,
Uh-huh.
that right, the wire, you see, it wants to naturally kind of land on top of that hole.
Yeah.
Right there. So when you go to tighten the screw down, if you're not holding these wires out of the way, they'll get pinched and basically destroy your harness for your paddle shifter, so you want to be careful.
Right here. Oh, badass. Zoom in on that glow up there. Glow up that's right there. Yeah.
It is going to need to get adjusted a little bit. If you can tell, there's not a whole lot of play in that button. So I don't even know if it's activating, like if pressing that sensor all the way down. But
Yeah.
it's basically where it'll be.
All right.
And no, you can't. Yeah, no, that's where it'll go. We'll see. I don't like. See how it's not seated all the way down?
Yeah.
And that might just be the way that I pressed it on there, but I don't know, because here it's already touching, but not over there. But just one of the cons, right, of modifying your vehicle.
Yep.
It's not supposed to be modified.
Yep.
So, never doing anything, any kind of modifications on your vehicles, regardless of what it is. Always, always, always test before reassembling everything permanently.
Always test for reassembling permanently.
I can reassemble this, right, run the wiring, do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like I mentioned, this doesn't have that much movement in it. So if I put the button back, put the airbag on, and then go to test it, and then it's not downshifting, then I gotta take it all back apart. So.
Got it.
And ask me how I know.
Experience, man. Learn from failure.
Hella mistakes.
Cover traffic.
Those are fast. So yeah, everything is essentially plug and play minus the paddle shifters.
Dang.
Got the wire for the shifters coming through. So the way I'm going to run this is just straight up and back down through that pocket, so it's out of the way.
Okay.
And it'll sit in there like that. Something for that side. Everything else is straight, transfer over.
Yeah. All right, so we found instructions on a forum that I had sent Omar a couple weeks ago. We're gonna reference it. And like I had told him, there's no video on it, so we're gonna try to make a video on that forum. That way you guys can try this on your own if you want. Those of you that are electronically educated, not like me. All right, so we looked at the forum. There's a lot of things that are different, but kind of explain to me what you had just told me a little while ago.
So the breakdown in the forum talks about running the ground to the LIN bus ground, which is this wire, and then running what we assume to be the positives of the paddle shifters to whatever harness they got. What we're thinking is what I'm thinking is the paddle shifters are ground activated. So ground signal comes out, goes through the LIN bus harness into the vehicle, telling it to shift. All we need to supply is accessory 12 volts to it, which we get from the steering wheel itself, and that's how people do the light up, you know, LED stuff in here. So we're gonna test that out. Hopefully nothing happens. It's just a mock-up. Need anybody being too critical. Do you do that kind of wiring?
There's always haters in the comment section, man. Always, no matter what.
Don't I
no
know?
matter what, man. No matter what.
I remember I went to a car meet one time when the Challenger was finally like fully tuned and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Some dude in the Scat Pack, brand new Scat Pack.
Yeah.
He's talking all this smack. He's like, you could have got a brand new car with the amount of money you spent. And I was like, dog, my fucking, I don't know, whatever age it was at the time.
Yeah.
Say it was like 10 years old. I'm like, my 10-year-old car will push your car shit in. And he was like, well, let's go. And like on the way home, we were on the Tanner or whatever.
Yeah.
And we did, I think it was like a 30 roll,
Uh-huh.
which I think is a sweet spot for these cars. Oh man, he was all mad.
Yeah, it is a sweet spot because you should be like hitting second. Once you hit second gear, start getting near that sweet spot. And then when it's cammed at third gear, they're really long gears, bro. So you're on that top end for a long time.
He was, yeah, he had, he did pull ahead because he was, 8-speed.
Yeah.
But he was like, wow, whatever. And then I'm still in freaking second going,
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was super upset. He was like, but my Scat Pack.
But my Scat. Oh, shit.
I do miss when the Scat Packs first came out and we all had that one feud of Scat Packs aren't SRTs.
Yeah. It still kind of is,
I miss
man. They're SRT powered, man. I don't know what that means, but they are.
Just means they cheated.
Did you know that the 6.4s were supposed to have 6.1 intakes on them? Intake manifolds?
Really?
They were going to make 540 horsepower. But they didn't like the low end power on it, so they swapped it out for that variable cam shit and the intake runners.
God, it feels good to be right. I mean, I'll tell you what, there's a reason why people are putting the 6.1 intake manifolds on 5.7s, and I think I saw one guy put it on the 6.4.
Yeah. Yeah, Dodge was so concerned with that 0 to 60 time, man.
Wasn't everybody?
Yep.
I don't know. All I know is that my car did 523 to the wheel with methanol.
Shit, man.
Don't worry, we're gonna tape it all up. Hit your paddle shifters and then your passenger airbag is gonna go off. Watch. $20. So now we're gonna plug the battery back in, find the accessory voltage, right? Something that turns off and on with the vehicle. And then probe that with the positive side and then start the car, put it in gear, hit the paddle, see if it shifts up. So.
All right, let's see.
And as y'all can see, I didn't put the airbag back on because if something does go wrong, I don't need to get smacked by something that big and that hard. I was like, oh no, it's happening here too. Hello? There's nothing, right? Second.
So we couldn't figure it out yet, but I was telling Omar my neighbor has a paddle shifter set up on his 2010 Charger. If he's willing to come down someday and we'll come check his shit out, check out his wiring, see if we can mimic it if possible. But yeah, that's what it's looking like for now. And so he was saying he just can't get the shifters to send a signal to the car.
Yeah, I don't see a way for it to communicate properly through this harness. But I'm also not a professional at, you know, paddle shifters. So.
Right. Paddle shifters on 6 gens. AMG paddles on 6 gens.
So I can add paddle shifters to, like one of my clients has a V6 Challenger, I think it's a 19.
Yeah.
And so she got the LED steering wheel, and then she had the paddle shifters, you know, she bought them. Now, for that one, all you have to do is just buy the harness for the steering wheel that has the paddle shifter, so it's super easy. It's just all plug and play.
Got it.
Obviously, this is not that.
It's a whole different thing, yeah. 700 horsepower Audi. Which one's this one?
It's the RS7 and it's APR tuned and built.
RS7, APR tuned and built. That's deep. That's a deep note.
This is my favorite part.
Oh! I didn't even notice that, dude. I was like, oh, oh!
Stupid little automatic.
Hey, when a car spoiler goes up on its own like that, you already know not to race it.
Oh, and then it's a hatch too. I don't know if you
Oh yeah, it
noticed
is. Yeah, it is. Check that out.
Yeah, this is my favorite car.
Yeah, it's badass, dude.
So we had one. It wasn't this, but it was the A7.
Yeah.
So it's the V6 supercharged.
Okay.
Obviously not as much as power as this thing, but
Yeah.
same overall layout. And
Yeah.
we love that.
I'll be doing a little POV action after this, but it's gonna be it for Omar today. You know what, Omar? You know, he was looking at the wiring. Everything was different on that forum, and he still gave it a shot. He said he ain't scared. He messed with it. He tested it out. He tried doing all his.
I did as much as I could
and,
while feeling comfortable.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, it's not my car, and I don't want to ruin it.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. I'll
Yeah.
tell you honestly if I can't do it.
Yeah.
But we're definitely gonna figure this out because, like I
Yeah,
said, I really want to get this done because
Austin.
I want it on my car.
Austin, if you're watching this right now, we want to see your stuff, man.
We're gonna
You
need you
want
to
my
come.
weel anyways? Maybe we just swap it out here. Shit,
I'll
you know
do
what I
it.
mean?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we'll see his wiring. We're gonna figure this out, man, because a lot of people want to know. It's nice seeing you again, man.
See you again.
Definitely be seeing each other again soon, whether it's a car meet or whatnot, or another
For
install
sure.
video of some sort, man. Appreciate your time, brother.
Of course,
Thank you.
anytime.
You squeezed me in too. This guy has a busy schedule. I told him, hey, can we do this? Oh yeah, I'm open this Saturday. It's probably his day off or something. I don't know.
Nah,
Well,
Not having days
yeah,
off.
exactly. See what I mean? So he squeezed me in. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, man.
I'll see you next time,
Appreciate
bro.
it.
Out. I get hit. Still got a mess in here, but the wheels looks freaking sick. Too bad the paddle shifters don't work yet. Like I said, hopefully we'll figure this out later on. But kind of how it looks with the other window down here. Check this wheel out. Oh my God. Wheel feels solid, guys. It's just... it's my turn, I think. Freaking solid looking wheel. YouTube, so I found out exactly what we're gonna need. I found a couple of items that can get this these paddle shifters to work. One of them being a controller, and I'll put the a couple of screenshots I took right here. This controller is made by a man, which I've mentioned before. People can't contact anymore. I tried emailing him a few days ago. I never got a response, but he makes controllers for these AMG paddle shifters to get them to connect to the transmission. So it's pretty much a wireless setup. You just wire the paddle shifters to that controller. The controller will send it will send messages that make the shifters, allow the shifters to shift the transmission up and down. There is another product, which I forget the name, that I saw a few days ago. This product actually connects to the port underneath the car, which will allow it to, so pretty much your paddle shifters to connect to the buttons on your steering wheel. This product will actually allow you to shift the car with the volume buttons. So if you connect the paddle shifters to the volume buttons, it will allow the paddle shifters to shift the transmission as well. So those are the two options that I can get. Obviously they're not cheap, so definitely something we're gonna look into and figure it out. Still want to take a look at Austin's car and see if he has a straight up wireless setup or if he has some sort of remote in his steering wheel to allow him to shift. But that's gonna be all for today, YouTube. I appreciate you watching. I'm SRT Dad.